Hello, I'm Jane Rumble, CEO of UKAD. I'm going to talk you through the 11 anti-doping rule violations, or ADRVs for short. All 11 ADRVs apply to athletes, irrespective of the level they compete and participate at. 7 of the ADRVs also apply to support personnel, such as coaches and other persons bound by the anti-doping rules. Let's start with the ADRVs that apply to athletes. A presence violation occurs when an athlete's sample tests positive for a prohibited substance. Even if an athlete has not intentionally taken a prohibited substance, the principle of strict liability applies, and the athlete is responsible for what's in their sample. A use violation occurs when UKAD can show that an athlete has used or tried to use something that's prohibited in sport. This can happen even if the athlete has never been tested before or did not intend to use the prohibited substance. Evasion, refusal, or failure. Athletes cannot evade, refuse, or fail to submit to sample collection. Hiding or fleeing from a doping control officer or chaperone are examples of evasion. Whereabouts failures. Athletes who are in the registered testing pool must provide whereabouts information to UKAD on a quarterly basis, including a 1-hour window during which they must be available for testing each day. Missing a test during that 1-hour window, failing to provide whereabouts information, or failing to provide accurate whereabouts information could result in a whereabouts failure. 3 whereabouts failures in 12 months can result in an ADRV and a ban from sport. The following violations apply to both athletes, support personnel, and other persons bound by the anti-doping rules. Tampering is a violation that occurs when someone seeks to interfere with the anti-doping process. Examples of this include at a test or during or after an investigation. Conduct such as preventing the collection of a sample, affecting or making impossible the analysis of a sample, submitting false documents, or providing false accounts from witnesses are all examples of how a tampering violation can be committed. Possession. Possessing a prohibited substance without a valid therapeutic use exemption is an ADRV. Purchasing prohibited substances, including over WhatsApp or text or online, also amounts to a possession violation. The violation of trafficking includes the selling, giving, transporting or delivering a prohibited substance or method to any third party. The prohibited substance does not have to be trafficked within sport for it to amount to a violation. An administration violation occurs where a prohibited substance or method is administered to an athlete by another person, whether that be a fellow athlete or support person. Complicity is intentionally assisting, encouraging, or covering up an ADRV by another person. For example, if a manager tells members of their team to hide in the changing rooms when testers arrive at the training venue, they are complicit in assisting an evasion violation taking place. Prohibited association is associating in a professional or sport-related capacity with anyone currently serving a sanction. For example, athletes can't be treated by doctors who are banned from sport or be trained by banned coaches or banned athletes. And lastly, retaliation covers threatening or intimidating someone to stop them speaking up about doping or seeking revenge on someone who has already spoken up. For example, an athlete knows their teammate is doping and tells their coach, but the coach tells the athlete that if they report the doping, they'll be kicked off the team. In this case, a coach can be sanctioned for retaliation. You can learn more about the anti-doping rules on UKAD's website.